Give a spin for the camera so they see what they're working with.
Let's spin. Okay.
Allow your big brother Ephod Tunde to keep his testosterone focused for right now.
I have like a waist trainer on and a board to keep my body right. Like $1 million body. I fuck with millionaires, rich men.
Why'd your last relationship end?
I was a stripper. I am a stripper, and I ain't gonna stop.
So your man wanted you to stop stripping for him?
Right. He met me in a strip club.
Don't you think it's fair for you to sacrifice some things if you want to commit to a man?
I don't think so, because if he can't pay all my bills and take care of what else I got going on, and then no.
Would you want him to pay for all your bills before you marry him?
I didn't marry him.
Well, how you gonna get to that point if you're not gonna show the sacrifice?
If you ain't paying, it's over with. One thing about it, two things for sure. I suck a good good booty hole. I know how to cook a little bit, about this much.
What the fuck, man? Chill out.
Let me tell you what the Lord said.
And here we go.
A man is the provider.
And a woman is a stripper.
You're a victim.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, you're doing too much now.
Bullshit.
Now he doing too much. How is he the one doing too much? This is the woman who just got done talking about how she likes to toss salad, and all of a sudden the interviewer is doing too much. I don't know. I find that interesting. I think that women, especially black women in these street interviews, they get to be as wild and as vulgar and as nasty as they want to be. Every time a man disagrees with their rhetoric, they get upset, they get hostile, even though they're the ones who put themselves out there like that. It's very confusing. And then to bring God up after you are a proud stripper, you're talking about you're in $1 million body, you know, BBLs and all this other different type of stuff. You're not even appreciative of how you came into this earth, but you're supposed to be a religious person. How do you make that work? And, you know, it's just wild to see strippers out here talking about, I want a man to pay all of my bills. There's a sound argument that an average woman who doesn't look as good as her but doesn't spend her time on stripper poles, or her body isn't up for grabs or just available to any man in the public, is a lot more valuable than a stripper who's a 9 or a 10. This is how much men value a woman who covers herself up, how much we value a woman who has some mystery left to her. It also has something to do with us ensuring that the children that we have with a woman are actually our children, and that we don't end up accidentally raising another man's child. And the way that we gauge this is by the way that a woman behaves, the way she dresses, how revealing she dresses, how willing she is to expose her naked body to other men. This is how we critique women and decide if you're going to be a long-term mate for a long-term scenario.
No, because wifey material doesn't define what you're wearing. It's the type of person that you are.
This is one of the dumbest conversations taking place in the Western world. This girl says that what you wear doesn't define whether you're wifey material. So to break that down using the integral map, what she's saying is that my choices don't define me. How I feel about myself defines me. And that is not correct. All of these things define you. Again, what men value in women is your body for reproduction purposes, your personality for what your behavior is going to add to our lives, and then we subtract your likelihood to get pregnant from someone else. And there's other details, they're just not that important. This one, however, is really, really important. And that's something a lot of women don't seem to get. It doesn't matter what you have here and here. If there's a significant chance that at some point you're going to have a different dude's baby in your body, you have negative value to us. I might have to change this to a multiplier.
If you're just tossing salad and giving BJs out for free rent, that's probably closer to being a streetwalker than a wife or anything like that anyway. So that actually wouldn't be a prize anyway. Even if that worked out for her, she still would be in an unfavorable situation.
I haven't seen you with a boy. So who are you pregnant by?
I'm not sure.
How are you not sure? What does that mean?
I mean, I probably slept with like 4 or 5.
You slept with 4 or 5 people where?
At home. You're never home.
I beg your pardon?
I'm never home. I'm working, trying to provide for you. And while I'm working nights, you're sleeping with 4 and 5 boys?
Yeah.
So how old are these boys?
Older.
What does that mean?
Older than me. They older.
Like, are they over 18?
This gotta be a skit.
Some of them.
So you trying to keep this baby? What do you?
I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't want to have it.
So you want to get rid of the baby. So that's gonna be your form of contraception.
I mean, Kendra, my best friend, she had an abortion, so.
Kendra ain't you.
I think a lot of you already know where I'm getting ready to go with this. Clips like this can't happen, or skits like this can't happen if fathers are present in the home. This type of content doesn't go viral if you have a father in this situation. This 16-year-old woman would have never ended up pregnant if she would have had a man in her life. The chances of her ended up pregnant by some guy who she doesn't even know who it is under the roof of a hardworking single mother is a failed family. And I need a lot of single mothers to realize that no matter if you keep your child alive long enough for them to screw their life up, that's not a successful family. A lot of times women have all the reproductive rights in a scenario like this. And if you choose to raise a child on your own, you're choosing to put the child at a disadvantage. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be out working to provide a living for said child. And while you're doing that, said child is going to grow themselves up because they don't have anyone around them to mold them and to guide them and to watch them and to supervise them. A lot of you hardworking single mothers, it's commendable that you go out there and you get the bag for your kids, but your kids are out of control and they're everywhere. They're all over the community. They're harassing people with these prank videos.
Man, bro, chill out, damn. Listen, you trying to get hit with an egg? Say, whoa, the video!
They're rolling up on people, harassing people for content and for views. I do not believe that men raise children who do things like this. And I'm not saying that there aren't some men out there who have sons who do this. But again, you see this from a lot more kids who come from broken homes or from single mother-led households. These kids who are just going around terrorizing society, or these young girls who want to lean into being a 304 at a very young age. You see this more in single mother households. Around where I live, in the town where I grew up in, I'm starting to see young girls who are maybe like 11 or 12 years old, and they already have half shirts on, lace fronts, makeup. They're already acting like they're 27 or 28 years old or something like that, or they're trying to hook some man, and they're only a little girl. They're just a child. I want to say that we're growing our kids up too fast, but that's actually not the problem. The problem is the children don't have real supervision anymore. What leadership used to look like in a child's life has evolved tremendously, and now leadership is paying for a child while the child does whatever they want to do. I can't believe she just shrugged it off like, oh yeah, I had sex with 4 to 5 guys. I don't know who the baby daddy is. And it's just starting to become commonplace that women don't even see a problem with having multiple children by multiple men, and they're not even 19 years old. What does that say about what Black women as a collective, that she wasn't even embarrassed to put that content out there? It's really interesting. It's an interesting scenario. It's the second clip this month that's gone viral of a mother having an emotional response to her daughter admitting that she was pregnant underage. Women don't become strippers and single mothers with fathers in the home, and everybody knows that. Hit the subscribe button on your way out of the room. Also, the notification bell so you get notified every single time we post content just like this. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until next time.